Hello, everybody. This is Admin's son.
This is Qrow.
This is Pyrrha.
It's Junior with the RWBY Universe podcast. Welcome, guys.
Woohoo! We're back again.
Thank you.
So, this is a very special episode, is it not?
Yes, it is. This is the episode right after RTX
2014!
We all look forward to.
So, this episode is going to be called the RANTCAST. Ooh. Joining us is Qrow, who was at RTX because he's a jerk and didn't invite us.
All you guys need to do is plan ahead a year. That's all you gotta do.
All you need to do is plan ahead a year. No.
Yes, it's not that hard.
So, being that he went to RTX 2014, he has plenty of things to share with you guys and to share with us
yes.
as well.
All jealous that we weren't there until we go kill him.
Yeah. We're all gonna kill him and steal his plushies.
No, his wife's plushie is mine.
I got the wife's plushie.
It's mine, man.
It's mine. Get stepping.
Ladies.
You're both beautiful. Now shut up.
Aw, thank you, Qrow.
Alright, so, Qrow, what do you want to open up with first?
I guess episode 1, they reintroduced the characters, like, with their fighting styles, so nothing big spoilerish there, but it's pretty funny.
Cool.
Like,
and that's all he can say about it. He's legally
yeah, we made
he's
sure
legally
that
obligated that he can't say anything more. He signed something with money.
I can say whatever I want. I just choose not to because I'm a nice guy.
Excuse me, sir. This is my podcast. You cannot say whatever you want. You say what I tell you to say.
Whoa. Sounds like dominatrix there.
Perfect model of the U.S. government.
Well said.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Soviet Russia.
Very, very anti-establishment right around 4th of July.
Can we get back to RWBY?
No.
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Let's talk about the anti-establishment stuff in RWBY.
Alright.
What?
So,
if you guys remember, at the end of Volume 1, after the credits, Roman and Cinder had this little meeting, and then 2 characters walked behind Cinder. Those characters are basically her little henchmen.
My little henchman?
And Roman isn't on good terms with them. That's all I'm going to say.
Right.
Well, first of all, who is Roman on good terms with in the first place? No one.
Roman's a mercenary, isn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah,
he's a classy guy in a white trench coat with a cigar.
I would like to think
he's basically a mercenary too.
I would like to think that he's allied with Junior. That's what I would like to think.
Because of the yellow trailer?
Or at least he's on good terms with Junior because in the very first episode, in the first season, kind of Junior's henchman right there. So it's kind of like Roman has control, but he has no henchmen of his own.
Well, yeah, but that also could have been like, because in Volume 1, they didn't focus too much on background characters modeling them, so they just used the same models. Otherwise, it was just shadowed figures.
Yeah, that's different now. There's a whole bunch of new characters.
Even though we don't know their names, there's all sorts of background characters.
That must have taken a long time to model all those characters.
I'm excited. You know what I'm excited for? I'm excited to see this fan-on team that got put into RWBY. Because for the laser
team that got put into RWBY.
Remember for the laser team perk? You could
I don't think that's going to be this season.
Your OC team can be put in the background of RWBY.
I don't think that's going to be this season.
But
that'd be nice to see.
I'm curious to see
happen.
Who they choose. I mean, well, not who they choose because it was only one person that could get the perk.
I don't think it's going to be this season either because modeling characters, it takes a long time.
Yeah.
And back in Volume 1 at RTX, from what I could tell, they were already done with most of the episodes, like making them and animating and all that. They just needed to edit them. So I don't think they're going to have time to model any new characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we'll probably see in Season 3.
But they had the time to model a mech.
Because that's planned.
Yeah, everybody.
Have
Oh,
a mess.
yeah. There's mechs in Volume 2.
And also
The 38 mech.
No, you don't know if there's more than one. Because the one Roman showed off and the one that was on the bridge are two different mechs. Or they look two different mechs.
No, they're the same ones.
Because the one Roman showed off had the white Fang decal paint job on it. The one on the bridge
but
didn't.
you only got on the freeway. You only got a frontal view. You didn't get a profile view.
True.
Yeah.
But lasers and rockets. It's awesome.
If you want to be really technical about it, there are 3 mechs that we see in the trailer. If we're not counting Penny because we don't really know what she is.
That was actually, I remember that was something someone asked on the RWBY panel. Is Penny?
Yeah, and they can't answer that because they said
no. I think
questions.
they answered it in some smart, non-actual answer way that doesn't answer the question, but it sounded funny. I don't remember what they said though, but someone was like, "So is Penny a robot?"
Yeah, and I think they were like robots.
And then they show a trailer with the freaking mech in it. Robots.
But implying robot, like in that terminology, is android. So
True.
Or cyborg.
Are we really getting politically correct with
Or Iron Man.
So
Iron Penny.
So you said the first episode was kind of funny.
Yeah,
right?
It's very funny, yeah.
And it reintroduced the characters with fighting styles.
Yes.
I know you can't really say a whole lot for spoiler reasons.
I can, I'm just not going to.
Well, you shouldn't, because I don't want to. I want to find out.
Yeah, we still have to wait.
But I
till the
took
24th.
about
So
an hour to debunk the RWBY Volume 2 trailer.
Oh, oh my god, that pisses me off. People, really, they're not gonna kill off whites.
yeah, that tricked
That's
me
a
out.
gag. It was freaking hilarious.
You can't. You're not allowed to.
Up in a giant pillar collapsing to the ground.
She's not. Qrow is not allowed to give us the context of why that event occurred, but we'll find out.
We forbid him because we want it to be good when we see it, but
He says it's funny. I'm gonna take his word for it.
I'm still trying to figure it out in my head. It's like, no, a column fell down and shattered.
I could say 2 words, and that explains pretty much the whole episode.
No spoilers.
I'm not going to.
What are these 2 words?
Seriously, want me to say
Don't you spoil it! Don't you say anything! What? No.
Because if you go back and rewatch the trailer after hearing these 2 words, you're going to be able to pick out the scenes from the first episode.
People like grapes.
No, it's not People Like Grapes.
He said 2 words. People like grapes is free.
I
Well,
never said those were the words.
I know you didn't. He did.
Yeah.
Griffball.
No.
Oh, that'd be so awesome if they were playing grip ball in the school. I want it.
What is
now.
it?
I want that
We
to
can't.
be-
We can't really talk about like Qrow can't talk about what he saw in the episode, but we are allowed to. I think we'll be allowed to say the new voice actors that we know are so far. Right? We'd be allowed to say that.
Would we?
I mean, it's just saying, oh, this voice actor is going to be voice acting for this character.
Well, I mean, if it's been revealed and not everyone knows, then yeah.
Well, it was revealed at RTX, so.
Well, yeah, then by all means, it was revealed at RTX.
Yeah, so, for you guys that don't know, Neptune, which is the guy with the blue hair on Sun's team from the,
Voiced
Volume
by
2.
Carrie!
Yeah, Carrie Shock, who also writes RWBY. So, yeah.
So what? Miles voices Jean.
So? And then, Mercury, the guy who has Yang's Ember Silicas on his boots, because he totally ripped her off, which I still think is hilarious, is being voiced by JJ, who Qrow actually got to meet.
Yeah, I got a picture with him. That's pretty cool.
Nice guy.
He's freaking tall.
Nice guy.
He's a nice guy and he's tall.
He's tall.
He's tall.
There you have it. JJ is tall, and he's voice acting Mercury. Back to you, Drew.
Funny story. Mercury and Emerald, the two.
Emerald's the girl with the green hair behind Cinder in Volume.
If you couldn't get that from the word emerald, then.
Well, you know what? I'm clarifying because some people might ask.
Well, I would like to meet these people.
Go on our page. I'm sure they're there.
Okay, back to what I was saying. Emerald and Mercury have a very funny relationship.
Oh, people are shipping Ruby and Emerald.
Oh no!
Why? Because she smiled at her once.
No.
That's all it takes. That is all it takes.
It's a lot simpler than that.
You should know, with shipping, all it takes is one little smile and a ship can start.
No, it doesn't even take a smile. It takes a look. But
Exactly.
No, it takes being in the same show. Blake and Junior have a thing. I did not know that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but Junior, I'll explain to you why. Here's why. They're both named after gemstones.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
They both have similar haircuts.
All that I'm saying is I know that it does not work at all, but it's just because my admin tag is it's because my admin tag is Junior and I love Blake that I made Midnight Club.
Yeah.
I know.
A ship that's never gonna happen.
No, it's never gonna happen.
Well, White Rose is likely never gonna happen. But
Winter Sun's likely gonna happen.
Shut up.
No. Don't
We are
you
not
crush my
discussing
dreams,
We
Pyrrha?
are not discussing personal OTPs at this time.
Who said we aren't?
Here's the thing. No, we're just discussing this new ship. Because here's what I don't know. What's the ship name?
I actually don't know.
I don't even know.
You know, here's the other. Is it Gemstone? Because that's kind of gay.
I don't know. You'd have to look that up. I just know the ship exists. I don't know what the name of it is.
But here's the thing. I'm going to withhold judgment until I see these two characters in action. Now, here's the thing about Emerald and Mercury and the whole thing going on there. We had the cliche bully storyline last season. I'm really concerned we're gonna have that. We got the two bad villain apprentices here, and Ruby's going to befriend one of them,
Emerald,
and at the last second, Emerald's gonna turn on Mercury and save Ruby or save Team Ruby from something.
Dun dun dun.
That happening.
That first bit was actually surprisingly accurate. They are apprentices.
What is it? Also, for those of you who don't, another thing that was announced. No, we're not doing the Emperor. For those of you who don't know, Pyrrha loves coffee. And it was announced Velvet's team name is Team Coffee.
Velvet's team is now my OTP.
What? You're gonna ship all four of them together.
Oh, yeah. With coffee.
You know what that's called, right? I'm not allowed to say because of Admin Yang's rules, but of what we can and can't say on the podcast. But you know what that's called, right?
A foursome.
Okay, we could say that. We can't say the other word I was thinking.
You know what?
You guys do realize we have a chat window open, so we can say stuff without saying stuff.
Yeah, but then the mic's gonna pick up the typing.
No, I'm busy getting ready to post porn links in there to distract you.
Oh, gee. Whoa!
Guys, I've been on Tumblr all night. I've been to the dark side of the RWBY fandom, okay?
The dark side of the moon.
I'm gonna smack the sun right out of you.
I'm gonna smack the Junior out of you.
You can't smack the swag away.
I will smack you, silly, and then I'll take your little girls and your girls, and I'll bring them back to my place.
Go for it.
What was that? That was a horrible comeback.
Oh, you know what? You're a horrible person.
Second.
That was another comeback.
Just so everyone knows, we all love each other.
How awesome this picture is. The picture I showed you earlier, Qrow, of Blake, I actually do want to credit this person. This is the first time I'm ever, like, crediting an artist, like, out loud on the podcast. I gotta find whoever drew this. Give me a second. I'll be back.
So in the meantime,
who's your favorite character?
On this episode of RANTCAST,
we're ranting.
Obviously, it's RANTCAST, so we're going to be ranting, and I would like to debunk the season 2 trailer. Now, while Qrow here knows things that I don't know, this is coming from a reviewer perspective. I said it before, I'll say it again. There's the RWBY fan on Wiki, and I'm a reviewer there. So I am required by my position on staff to know my stuff. And from what I saw there was a lot of, like, there were 3 big things that stood out to me right off the bat. One was that scene with Blake. Just her alone in, like, with the black backdrop, right? And the purple slashes. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. The epic scene of epicness?
Mm-hmm. So there's that scene. There's the scene with Roman talking to the White Fang. And then the other one is when Mercury and Emerald are in that bookstore.
With Wolverine!
Yeah!
Thank you! Yeah. Thank you for understanding it's Wolverine.
He looks exactly like Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Thank you for understanding. That makes...
They actually got Hugh Jackman to voice him.
That makes me so angry that people... not angry. I'm sorry. I used the wrong terminology.
You're forgiven.
It irks me that people on the fan hunt say, no, that's not a Wolverine. That's a werewolf. No, it's a freaking Wolverine. He has the claws that Wolverine did in X-Men Origins.
He has the mutton chops.
Sideburns. He has the facial structure of Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman is the Wolverine. That is obviously a Wolverine.
Can we get Iron Man in this?
No.
Make Iron... Oh!
Next
I've been joking around
The Avengers is going to be in there.
The Avengers. I've been joking around because Monty had tweeted a picture of him and his girlfriend Sheena, who's probably the best Cinder cosplayer ever and Pyrrha cosplayer. They were in a warthog, and I was like, and I take that picture around. I'm like, hey guys, look, warthog's confirmed in RWBY. Ah, ha 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 ha. And then
it exploded from there. Get in, losers. We're going to Beacon.
And I put that on the post out picture. It was actually on Monty's wall, and someone replied saying, "I imagine RWBY driving." I'm like, oh dear.
Oh dear. Alright, so let me chew on this a little bit more. RANTCAST 2014. So,
I will join you when you mention something I can speak about.
So now we're going to go into the White Fangs. I'd like to say the best for last. I'd like to say Blake for last.
He just says that because he's Midnight Club.
Alright, so when the camera was panning over that White Fang crowd, obviously you saw probably what I presumed to be a deer faunus because we saw horns. Obviously there were ears, so there's wolf and cat.
That crowd was hyped.
On the Fanon, we allow mammal, faunus, and avian. That's what we allow right now. But we don't allow wings.
But didn't you just say you allow avian, so...
We allow avian, but we don't allow wings to be a trait.
So, what
feathers.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. Continue.
There's a theory that I have about the White Fang. That
if you're allowed... No, Jake. I mean...
What?
Junior. I'll censor that. So if you're allowed avian, but you can't have wings, what if they're like a chicken faunus?
Feathers. Like, the way that we do it...
Chickens can't fly, so...
Well,
If I'm a chicken faunus...
Humans can't fly either. Nor can faunus in general, because...
A penguin faunus?
We actually have a penguin faunus.
Oh my god.
Funny you should say that.
Go on.
And shout out to, I believe it was Chris that made it. So shout out to the Silent Knight. He's never going to watch this, but shouting out.
You'll make him watch it.
I might. I just might. Just for the shout out. And,
tape him down to a chair and force him.
I'm not going to do that. I won't do that to Chris.
Continue.
So, if you go frame by frame, and obviously when you paused, you saw that one kid that looked like Naruto. In my opinion, that's what he looked like.
Wait,
obviously,
kid?
we do have we have two blonde hair people in RWBY, John and Son. Wait. So, because we assume that John stole manuscripts to Beacon, we can say that he's a White Fang double agent, but we can also say that Son's a White Fang double agent, even though he vehemently hates the White Fang. So
if it was Son in that crowd, you'd be able to tell. Because of the tail. Yeah,
exactly. So,
what if he was going Dragon Ball Z style and using it as a belt?
But
you would have still been able to see it because it was a shot from the waist up.
Not if Monty didn't want you to see it.
Okay, we're not talking about Monty. It's bad enough I called him out on the last episode.
Just saying.
Go on.
If you pause in that same frame, you can also see
the ocean?
A civilian
wearing
a White Fang mask. A guy dressed up like a normal, like in a tux, like in a suit and tie, wearing a White Fang mask.
As long as I got my suit and tie.
Do you think that's Adam?
Here's what I think it is. That's a human. That's a civilian from Vale. That's a human in the White Fang.
Corrupted.
So
and there's also plenty of other people in that crowd that don't have any sort of faunus trait.
That we can see.
That we can visibly see, yeah.
So what does that tell you? Because faunus either have, now what we've seen, claws from the Wolverine,
Hugh Jackman.
Horns.
Shout out to Hugh Jackman if you're listening to this.
And tails and ears. That's what we have seen. None of those had that. Sure, it was a profile, so some of them could have had a frontal view, so some of them could have had tails that we wouldn't have even known. But from that one kid, that one blonde kid, and by that civilian, you can say the White Fang is not a pure faunus group
anymore.
You can now say that the White Fang have humans and civilians within their ranks, which is a big thing.
Since you brought up the White Fang, there's another theory going around. I think it was actually brought up on our page. I don't remember. That from that same scene, the White Fang dude, the ripped guy on stage with Roman. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
The theory is that that's Adam because their masks have the same design.
That could
I thought
be
it was
Adam.
because of his tattoos. Well,
that and the tattoos.
That wouldn't be so far fetched. I'd have to look over the Black trailer again though, just to get a general.
Because
feel.
you can't rule out Adam doesn't have tattoos because we don't know because the only time we saw him he was wearing he was all covered up.
But he also had horns. His name is Adam Tauros.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the big thing at the moment for me regarding. Obviously, that's the big thing against that theory right now is because that person on stage obviously didn't have horns. Personally, I want Blaine to voice him because that's just the first person that came to mind when I saw it. Was like, that's Blaine. If Blaine's not voicing him, I'm gonna be really sad.
Could you imagine if that was Gavin? Just this ripped guy, just a total PA, just a
what
total PA,
is
and then all of a sudden, just driving the mech, coming from it, what if these legs
didn't know they were legs?
What if this mech didn't know it was a mech? Oh man, that'd be funny. So after I successfully broke everybody.
Oh God, I love you, Junior.
I actually do want to bring up another theory, because obviously you saw the trailer. The first episode is out, not in the wild. People have seen it, so theories are all over the place right now. One of them that's coming up. So we all remember the Cinder being like Summer Rose. That was, we all remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he dismissed that.
Yes, but here's another one that
kind of rudely, but you know.
I put a link in the chat, and I'm sure the fans can find it if they need to. Cinder and Blake look very similar.
You know they do.
Yeah. You see the picture.
But what I'm thinking. But here's the thing, because Velvet was announced as a mage. I'm thinking there's a connection between Cinder and Velvet.
Yeah, and you know what? Who else is a mage in this show? Glenda.
There's got to be a connection between the three. There has to be.
You know what? It's just all, we don't know. And here's
what is it? And I'm really curious about Glenda because Ozpin, because from both the song, the theme for Volume 2 and the Volume 2 trailer, it's making Ozpin look look really evil in the inside.
Whoa! Where are you getting this?
Well, because if you listen to Time to Say Goodbye, it talks about they're asking, are
we born to fight and die, sacrifice for one huge lie?
And then in the Volume 2 trailer, the trench coat dude, who I think is Weiss's father, but we're not going to get into that theory right now, is questioning Ozpin, saying, you think your children can win a war? And then Ozpin's like, I hope they never have to. So it's like, what's Ozpin's real intentions with Beacon?
Well, exactly. We don't know if it's Ozpin's intention. It's like, Ozpin might not have a choice. You have to remember, Ozpin is, in the end, just a school teacher. And think about it from a government perspective. Think about it from just straight up...
Obama.
Obama.
Obama would, okay?
We're not going there.
What is it?
Okay, so,
but
No, you know what?
No, people are like saying like Oz, because of the Volume 2 trailer, people are like comparing Ozpin to Dumbledore.
Well, son, hold up for a second, because I'm going to finish my statement. From now on, until we get his name, the guy in the white trench coat, I'm going to refer to as Obama. Now, Obama...
But he's white!
That's not a factor, you know it. Okay, so, basically, Obama, think about it this way. A war is coming. You know that something bad's going to happen, and you are a target.
And Blake knows that, too, because she's all like, something big's coming, but no one's doing anything to stop it.
And part of me thinks that Weiss's father, Obama here...
Obama here?
Can we please not call him Obama?
Call him Barack.
Mr. Schnee or something.
Okay, so Mr. Schnee, Herr Schnee is...
Possibly Mr. Schnee. We don't know yet.
You know what? Guy in the white trench coat, let's just go back to that.
Trench coat dude.
He obviously has some sort of clout. He's got some sort of power. He's able to meet with Ozpin one-on-one. He's able to present mechs in some form, and we know he's a leader of one of the factions in the world. I think that, personally, we all believe he's Schnee. Does anyone here not think he's actually Schnee?
I think he's Schnee, but like Michael,
Schnee.
one of my friends, Michael, him and I have a theory
about
that, but we'll save that at a different time.
No, go ahead. We're talking about theories. Go ahead. Keep it short.
Well, basically, it involves Penny as well.
Oh yeah.
And how I think I might have explained this to you, son. I don't know. But how Penny is Schnee product.
Yeah.
How
my theory as well.
How trenchcoat guy.
Trenchcoat dude. Now I'm on the trench coat.
Is the head of Schnee Company, the Schnee Dust Company, has this android army, this android mech, cyborg, whatever you want to classify it as, armada that he can use at any time he wants. And Penny is like a top secret project.
Like some Area 51 stuff.
But it's been have to go back. Remember when Penny got in the car and you hear that voice? I want to go back and watch the trailer and see if the voices are similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well.
But at the same time, even if they're not, that doesn't disprove the theory because voice acting can change.
So,
but
if we're still going on theories, there's still one more from the trailer.
What is it?
Oh, and actually, excuse me, two more.
Oh, what was I gonna say?
Do you just want me to go while you recollect your thoughts?
My theory, if you guys remember from the Volume 2 trailer, there's that shot with, John, I don't know if Pyrrha was in the same shot, but John, Nora, and Ren were standing on that pile of cafeteria tables.
Tables confirmed.
Yeah, they're all there.
Tables
they're
confirmed.
They're all there.
I didn't see Pyrrha, but I'm sure she's there. What I think, I'm assuming that's from the first episode then.
Yep.
Okay, never mind. Another theory is like, I want to see what's going on between John and Pyrrha, because if you also remember from the trailer, they have the ball, and then John's watching Pyrrha walk away, depressed. So it's like, what happened?
Not again.
Did you remember that, right?
I've seen a lot of theories hinting at a love triangle, and I'm like, no, because you and I talked about this, son, and I told you, the one thing I really don't want them to do is some sort of weird love triangle thing.
Yeah. But it's like, what did John do this time to hurt Pyrrha?
And why does a school need a dance? Why does every school need a big ball dance? Why?
Because it's a tournament thingamajig, just like they did in Harry Potter.
You should be on the fan on sometime. It has, like, ever since that was revealed, it's just exploded. Like, prom.
Not prom.
I know it's not prom.
They're too young to go to prom. No, seriously, you don't go to prom in your freshman year.
What are you kidding? No, they're all 17.
You don't go to prom in your freshman year, and colleges don't have proms.
How old are you when you were in freshman year?
I was like 13.
So shut up!
What?
You shut up! And colleges don't have proms.
They have socials?
One more thing.
You're a social!
Parkour confirmed?
Yes, parkour confirmed.
Parkour confirmed. And while we're on the subject of
RWBY with that unnecessary wall running to save Penny.
But RWBY as the character, not the show.
Yeah, no, I thought that was funny because RWBY wall runs to save Penny, but it's like that wasn't needed. You had a clear path. Like, did you really need a wall run? You could have just ran forward.
So, you guys remember? I don't know if you guys are familiar. But RWBY's semblance that the fandom has dubbed her with is speed, right?
That gets interesting when you guys see the first episode.
Wait, have they? I can't remember. They haven't named it Speed, have they?
They haven't named if she has a semblance at all.
But everyone
she
has
definitely
one.
has semblance. You'll see it in the first episode. It's crazy.
But we are. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Is it cocaine?
Cocaine? What?
Post it in a PM. Post it in a PM with Pyrrha because I don't want to know. I want to wait. I don't want to know. So, the fandom, because they don't know yet, it's speed.
But
after the whole thing with the Pillar and RWBY and Weiss, it's Team RWBY facing off against the mech. And Blake was the first one to run across screen, and then it was RWBY too, I think, or it was the other way around. No, I'm pretty sure it was
Wait, you're talking about the on the bridge, right?
I'm talking about after that. I'm talking about when it's Team RWBY, when it's RWBY, Weiss, Blake, and Yang versus the mech.
Yeah.
At the end of
Where they run past it on the bridge.
Yeah.
It's Blake, and then it's Yang, then it's Weiss, and then it's RWBY. And then you see the shot of all four of them standing next to each other.
They are all moving at the same exact speed.
It just looks different.
And no, they're all moving at the same exact speed. They all run across the screen, except for Yang, because she was a little bit slower. They all run across the screen at the same exact speed. And RWBY was going the speed that she normally does with her semblance. So what does that tell you? That tells you that she might not have a speed semblance at all, and everyone can move at that speed.
What is it? Can we talk about Barbara with the open mic?
Oh my god. Hang on.
Hey, Pyrrha!
After the one last theory.
There's two things I want to talk about left on the trailer.
Well, you go with your two.
Oh, alright. Outfits.
Yes, the new outfits.
Thoughts on all of them. So, we have not seen RWBY. All we've seen is the shoe, and we only got a very, very tight glimpse of Weiss's, and it's some sort of, jacket thing.
No, that was Blake.
We got so far. No. It was a jacket. Go watch the trailer again, because it's a jacket. You see 3 or 4 buttons, and that's it. And she's got her hand on the hilt of her sword.
Oh, yeah. Classy.
And then you got Blake in a dress shirt, oh my god, my heart, be still my heart, because that's, anyway. And then you got Yang's outfit.
Miranda? Where did Miranda come from?
Miranda from, Mass Effect.
Mass Effect, that outfit, you tell me that outfit does not look similar in any way.
It looks similar.
I love Yang's new outfit.
It's almost, the top half of it, there's just so many similarities.
Well, think about it. RWBY's has gotten inspiration from a lot of video games.
Well, yeah, they take inspiration from all over the place.
What is it? But yeah, we should talk about Barbara with the open mic.
Alright, before we do that, did you have one more, Pyrrha, before I go into my last theory from the trailer?
No, I'm going to save everything I have left for when I rant about what I want from Season 2 compared to Season 1.
Alright,
which would not be on this episode, right?
I'll do this quick.
Because we're going to be wrapping it up soon, because remember, I got to go do stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Alright, so plot...
Son's got a date.
Plotcast has to wait. I'm sorry, Pyrrha. But
we got your RANTCAST.
Junior and Pyrrha's plotcast will have to wait.
We need to do it as soon as the first episode airs.
Oh god, yeah. I agree. We'll probably do it, I don't know, sometime in August, maybe.
That works for me.
So, my last theory. When Blake is doing her awesome. If you pause that frame by frame, because in the first place, it kind of... If you watch, there were more strikes, there were more slashes from her initial one. Or, because she only did 2 or 3, and a lot more than 2 or 3 happened. So, there's this theory that on the Fanon, there's gravity dust, because I believe it was at the end of the Blu-ray DVD, when it was confirmed that RWBY uses gravity dust sniper rifle rounds.
I did not know that.
So gravity dust is a thing. And gravity dust, we assume, is purple. Now, we haven't seen Blake's aura, so for all we know, that could be the color of Blake's aura. But if it is gravity dust, that would mean that she's using her semblance.
Very dramatic pause there, by the way.
She's using her semblance, because I'm trying to collect my thoughts. She's using her semblance, which is after images, to make other slashes. Now, we have never seen any sort of semblance that directly affects dust. You could say Glinda, but it's not dust. Those are glyphs. That's different.
Yes.
And the same thing with Cinder. Those are different. We haven't seen a semblance that directly affects dust. And if Blake is using her semblance to directly affect dust and make more slashes, that brings two things to the fold. First of all, you have your semblance that affects dust, and second of all, semblances do not constitute a single attribute. Semblances can have two.
Or
they
more.
can do multiple things. That's a huge deal. Like, coming from a reviewer's point, because as soon as season 2 is done, I have to go with like two or three other people with a crew, rewrite the entire RP moderation rule set, and then go through all 2,000 plus accepted OCs for a re-review to make sure that they're still canon. So I got a lot of work cut out for me as soon as season 2 is done. Because we have to debunk every single episode, rewrite the rules, make sure the rules are okay, and then we have to go through every single OC again.
Oh, cry me a river.
It's gonna suck, son. A lot. But anyways, if that theory is true about semblances having multiple usages and a semblance that can directly affect dust, it's gonna be interesting, to say the least, on the fanon. So, that being out of the way, I'm pretty much done with debunking the trailer. I mean, there are a few other things, but they aren't massive. But Gun is an arc cannon, essentially. And, well, not an arc cannon, a Gauss rifle, essentially. Which is cool.
You know what? When they first said Gun, the only thing that came to mind, I mean, seriously, was the entire weapon set of Dead Space. Those are all guns. All those guns transformed. Like, especially Dead Space 3, you build a gun. I want to build a shotgun gun. I build a shotgun that also has a shotgun and an underswing.
Yeah, it's true. But, like, for me, for anyone, you know what, and I'm gonna probably be bashed upon a little bit for bringing in, like, video games into this, but, the way that Neptune unfolded his gun, and the way that it looks, reminds me vaguely of the ARX
those
160
goggles,
from Ghosts, from Call of Duty
Ghosts. Those goggles are, oh my god, I love those goggles.
Yeah, alright, and those goggles, and the way he has his hair, reminds me of Damon Baird from the Gears of War series, which is my favorite series ever. But this is RWBY Universe. This isn't Gears of War. So
and
I
what
can't
is
rant
it?
About that.
Also, was it Pyrrha that said it? I don't remember. You guys, one of you, that said Sun was in the White Fang, that's impossible.
It is impossible because
his team, as you can see from the trailer, his team and Team RWBY work close together.
Yeah, that's why I said he's not. Like,
which leads me to believe
obviously
that
there's the
out of
that
all the teams we've seen so far, and all the teams we will see in Volume 2, it leads me to believe that Team RWBY and whatever Sun's team name is, those at the moment are the two strongest teams.
I don't know, we haven't seen Team Coffee in action. Don't you doubt Coffee.
You're only hyped about it because it's Coffee.
That I love Velvet, okay? And they have a character named Coco, and she's got, like, bullets strapped all over her. And she's got a beret.
And she's got aviators.
Exactly! And that's part of her default costume. Oh my god!
Okay, I think we broke Pyrrha again.
So, does this wrap it up? Does this wrap it up for the RANTCAST, or we got a little couple?
Do you guys
more
have
things?
any last questions about like episode 1 that I can hint at?
What is game night?
Shut up.
What is
game night?
Do people like grapes?
What if your legs?
I'm gonna say this about I'm gonna say this about the people like grape soda machine. Just remember, Pyrrha has polarity.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Free grape soda for everyone!
No, I'm just thinking like the greatest food fight in the world.
Yeah, right?
You said 2 words.
Food fight! Oh my god!
God damn it! No!
I did it! I figured it out!
You son of a... God, I hate you, Qrow.
That's awesome.
cafeteria.
She's gonna get that Sanctum swag going on.
And now I know every single scene from the trailer that's from that first episode. It all just clicked.
It all makes sense.
I'm just imagining her just like walking across the table, just like
nope,
with this
nope.
some sort of like fancy walk, just like putting her hand off to the side, like when a plate comes, yeah, like with like a plate of food just flying out, and she's like, nope, and it like falls to the floor, and she's like, nope, to the other one. Just imagining this.
I think that's a good place to wrap it up.
Oh my god, and then she gets soda on Yang's hair.
Oh dear. We don't talk about that.
That's how the pillar breaks! And Yang flips out! It all makes sense!
Oh my god, Pyrrha's losing his brain.
I've been up for almost 24 hours.
I think this is a good place to wrap it up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up here.
Thanks everybody for listening. Rest in peace, Pyrrha.
Yeah, I think
Pyrrha's
dead.
Thank you everybody for listening to the RWBY Universe podcast, otherwise known as the RANTCAST.
RANTCAST 2014.
Yay! This is Admin's son.
This is Qrow.
This is the formerly alive Pyrrha.
Quiet. Dead people can't talk. Be quiet.
Yeah, shut it.
Dead people.
I see dead people.
Oh, man. And, this has been yours truly, Junior. Wrapping it up for the RWBY Universe podcast, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We love every single one of you, and keep doing what you do best.
Except that one guy over there. He's all right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's still we still like him, but he's like not in the circle.
Yeah. But the rest of you are good. Thanks, guys, for listening, and we're signing out. See ya.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
I have a sexy voice.